So how do we beat COVID? With immunity. With immunity. Vaccinations are one way, but to actually be exposed to COVID and have COVID and build a natural immunity to COVID is the other way that you beat COVID. Yes, it is. It is. So when I come to my clinic and I see many of the healthcare professionals that walk through my door that are looking for employment at the systems throughout the state, they're required to take titers. Titers are blood work. This looks at the status of their immunity to diseases that they have been exposed to. If they don't have immunity to those diseases, many healthcare systems, unfortunately, will not employ them. But they're looking for that immunity. We've done this for years. I'm not sure why the standard has changed. Why are titers okay, but now titers aren't okay? That doesn't make sense to me. There are labs now that you can draw that look at the quantitative as well as qualitative factors of a titer for COVID. When people come in, I have seen people get drawn for these. They can prove through their titers that they have immunity. Now, the question that was brought up is, how long does that immunity last? Well, I know many healthcare people that have no problem getting their blood drawn as often as they do getting swabbed in the nose once, twice, every single day they go to work. They're willing to get their titers drawn and redrawn and redrawn and redrawn to determine how long that immunity will last. This isn't voodoo. This is something we have been doing in healthcare. I see people every single day that are saying, I need my titers drawn. Why? Because titers are facts. It's not mystical. They're facts. I mean, this is what we've been doing. It's funny how the standard changes. You know, when COVID first came out, I was running in my district, going and knocking on doors, and everybody was saying, what are your stances on masks? What are your mask stances? And I said, you know, not only have I taught at a university, but I'm a nurse too, you know, N95s. N95s. And I got criticized and bamboozled. People were so mad because I said N95s. That's what we taught our students, N95s. But all of a sudden, the standards were changed, and any cloth mask that you got out of your sock drawer was appropriate to cover for COVID. And I kept saying, no, N95. If you remember my proposal, some that watched me, 5 for the 55th is what I called it, and N95s was part of that. Because that's what the science said. Now all of a sudden, the science doesn't work with titers? I'm so confused. I'm really confused, and I'm disappointed quite often nowadays when it comes to COVID talks, because all the standards that were appropriate before don't apply to COVID now. Frustrating to me. I'm sure tonight I'm going to get a bunch of emails from people saying, oh, you don't support vaccines. I'll be honest, I personally think there should be 2 lines. Either you get the vaccine or we give you COVID. One of the two, so that we can get over this. That's my proposal. That'll be used. I want to be done like the rest of us. I will tell you, I want to be done like the rest of us. So, when we think of immunity, immunity is immunity. I support this bill. I know many people within the world of healthcare that support this bill. I'm going to be agreeing on this. I'd love to have a healthy discussion and move forward in the battle of COVID here, but again, titers have always been used. N95s have always been supported for airborne diseases. I hope with that we can continue to follow the standards that were there long before COVID and allow people to utilize their immunity that they have developed as proof that they have had COVID and can be supported within the laboratories that our country here has utilized for many years prior than COVID. So thank you very much, and I will be a yes on this vote, and I hope other healthcare professionals will also speak up on this. Thank you.